Welcome in once again to the Saville Community Sports Center on the campus of the University of Alberta in Edmonton. It is the fifth and final day of preliminary round competition of the 2015 FIBA Americas Championship for Women. Alongside Chantal Vallée, I'm Craig Fada, bringing you all 4 games today. And we've got an exciting day for you because all 4 of these games mean something today. Our first one, Venezuela and Ecuador. The winner of this one plays the winner of our next game for 5th place and a chance to still stay alive for Olympic qualification. Venezuela yesterday had a huge blow when Rosalie Silva went out with an apparent shoulder or arm injury, but she appears to be back, Chantal.
Yeah, we're very fortunate that Coach Oscar Silva did talk to us this morning with some good news for Venezuela. Rosalie Silva went to the hospital. We saw her leave in a wheelchair. She was in pain. It appeared that she had hurt her arm, and after the ultrasound, it was something with her tricep, but she's been cleared to play today. So he is very excited about that, of course. And I was on the other end talking with Coach Eduardo Pinto from Ecuador, who was watching Silva warm up and saying, well, she hasn't taken a shot yet. We might be okay. Obviously, she's a concern. She's Venezuela's best scorer, averages 19 points a game, a 47% three-point shooter at the 3. She's 8 for 17. A big relief for Venezuela to see Silva in the lineup.
Not only is she in the lineup, she's starting for Venezuela along with Ivani Marquez, Daniela Wallen, Mariana Duran, and Claytor Blanco. Starting for Ecuador, Edith Noble-Silla, Marjorie Caicedo, Rosana Pazmiño, Diana Salcedo, and Maria Mora. Our officials for today's game, Andrea Silva, Sebastian Negron, and Jonathan Sterling. The teams exchanging their final greetings at center court. And we are moments away from the 5th day of preliminary round competition. Ball's in the air, and we are underway. Salcedo wins the tip, and Noble-Silla starts working between the rings. Off to her right, now to Mora. Caicedo. Now into the corner, back to Noble-Silla. Now a 3 on the way. That's good!
Pazmiño is starting where she left off. She was 2 for 2 at the 3 yesterday. And Coach Pinto says, hey, we need her to shoot the ball better today. What a way to respond. And look, he is clapping, congratulating her on the sideline.
Now let's see what Venezuela can do with their first possession. Wallen. Up to Silva, her first touch. Now she shoots the long 3 as the shot clock expires. We saw her grab that arm a little bit after the shot.
Well, that was a really far shot, 3 feet behind the 3.
3-0 in favor of Ecuador early. Now another 3, that rattles off, rebound Silva. And you see her wincing.
Yeah, she's grimacing on the floor, her arm, and she's holding her arm again. We can't see her quite on the screen, but she's in pain.
She's got that kinetic tape on the arm and shoulder. Close in shot by Blanco. She gets 2 looks at it, won't go. Rebound to Pazmiño. Pazmiño out on the right. Now Noble-Silla 10 to shoot, guarded by Mora. Noble-Silla on the drive. And a reach in by Wallen.
Well, that was a gutsy drive. She had no opening, and she went straight with 3 players. And we'll have a look at Silva. Looks in pain. Look at how far that 3-point
shot. And you can see her grabbing the arm after the shot. And that was actually pretty minor compared to her grimacing after she dribbled the ball just moments later. Caicedo on the follow, air ball, rebound Marquez. Mora spinning into the lane, kicking it out to Wallen. Now a tie-up.
Ecuador has had quite a good success defensively. They only allowed 64 points a game compared to 73 per game against the same opponent. Venezuela allowed 73. So they will be just like this. They're having a really good success at stopping the opponent from scoring on them. And we see, cannot see on the screen, but Daniela Mora is injured, perhaps.
Did not see what happened to her. She does have that right knee taped pretty heavily. She's favoring that leg. So we talked about it on the way over, Chantal. The number of games that they have to play in this time span is really brutal. And the winner of this tournament just might come down to who is luckiest with regard to injury. A team like Canada can survive an injury because they're so deep and so talented.
That's definitely one of Canada's strengths, is the depth, of course. And we look at how many games, 6 games in 8 days. That's absolutely excruciating on the body, not just physically, but emotionally as well, as all these women want to qualify for the Olympics.
And you saw what happened to Zomara Morrison and what happened to her team. They really couldn't do very much without her.
Chile very much at a loss without that 6'5" star. And we have to argue she might have been one of the best post player present at this tournament. No longer playing for Chile after she hurt her back.
Silva looked okay after that shot. Of course, she shot it with her left hand on the scoop layup. Venezuela still yet to crack the scoreboard. 7 minutes to play first quarter. Marquez on the left wing. I wonder if Coach Oscar Silva would have been better maybe to not start Rosalie Silva and bring her off the bench a la Willis Reed. Give her team a little lift, bring her out of the locker room as a complete surprise.
No, I think when you have an Olympic berth on the line, going with consistency and routine might just be a better mental state and preparation for the team. Although that kind of could have been maybe a shocker for Ecuador.
And a break for Venezuela as Salcedo commits the foul. Venezuela had been backed up. Actually went over the center court line, but it was tipped, so it was not a backcourt violation. But with 7 seconds left on the shot clock, Venezuela had not yet gotten into an offense. They start with a fresh 14 here. Duran on the attack, right hand scoop, and that's good. Pretty move by Duran.
And a tough layup over 6-footer Mora. Great athleticism on that right hand drive.
So it takes almost 3.5 minutes, but Venezuela gets on the scoreboard and they trail by 1. Ecuador, meanwhile, has not scored since the opening three-pointer by Rosana Pazmiño.
If Ecuador has one weakness, it would be their scoring droughts. There's plenty and many throughout the game. Every game they've played, they need to find more scoring touches.
Stolen off the inbound pass by Duran. 3 on the way. Marquez couldn't connect. Silla getting the play called around the screen by Mora. Mora from in close. She was looking to pass,
right? Yeah, but she was looking to pass. She saw the opening. A great adjustment to go back and make the easy basket.
5:50 to play first quarter. Ecuador leading 5-2. Silva from the right wing, 5 to shoot. On the drive, pulls up from just outside the free throw line. Shot won't go. And after a couple of initial possessions in which she looked very uncomfortable, she's using that right arm without a lot of difficulty. Three-point bomb is good by Marquez, and she's going to go to the free throw line for the potential 4-point play.
The captain of Venezuela, 32-year-old Marquez, is coming in from the dribble on transition. decides to pull up the three. And Mora closed out a little too close, did reach out and draw the foul.
So Venezuela can take their first lead. But Marquez doesn't get the free throw. Wallen just about steals the rebound. It goes out of bounds off of Ecuador, so Venezuela gets the ball. 13 on the shot clock. Nice pass inside. Out to Duran. Shot fake and a travel by Duran.
Yeah, it was a nice shot fake, but she did leave her left pivot foot on that shot. You see, well, looks like she left her heel. That referee said a whole foot.
Flor Chum into the game now for Ecuador, and a steal inside by Duran, but Pazmiño gets it back. Novosila on the drive and a blocking call
on Duran, and she was in the no charge circle, which is why she seemed to have gotten there on time, but she is in that no charge zone and automatic block. See, Duran is in position, but her feet are within the circle.
A tick inside of 5 minutes to play in this first quarter, 5-5. And really, I don't think FIBA could have scheduled this tournament any better. They've got to be awfully pleased because all 4 games today mean something.
This is not only well scheduled, very interesting for us to be watching all through the tournament. How these teams have gotten better and now competing for a chance to stay alive.
And another block against Duran. I believe that time again she was inside that restricted area.
You're absolutely right, and you got to appreciate the fact that she is willing to sacrifice her body to try to draw the charge, but look again.
Yep, left foot was on the line. So that's 2 on Duran. She sits down. Ortega comes on for Venezuela. Free throw by Diana Salcedo is good, and Ecuador with a 1-point lead.
Ecuador has to shoot the free throw really well. They're the weakest team of the tournament at 55% of success rate at the free throw.
Now some pressure by Ecuador, broken easily by Venezuela. Blanco. Now Ortega. Tried to get it back to Blanco on the roll. Now it gets poked out of there by Pazmiño. Now Novosila has it. Across to Pazmiño. Nice vision, but Pazmiño could not connect. Silva the drive and gives it up. Wallen commits the foul, and Salcedo gets the shot to go.
She was fouled just in the before as she starts her layup. Once the layup has started, if the continuation of the movement is good and the basket is made, it counts as good.
So Ecuador leading 9-5, and timeout taken by Venezuela. As we have a look inside the Ecuador bench. We've talked so far about how all these games today mean something. This game between Venezuela and Ecuador, the winner of this one will play the winner of our next game, Puerto Rico and Chile, for 5th place. Don't forget, you can follow us on Instagram and Twitter at FIBA. We're also on Facebook. Find us online at FIBAAmericas.com. Post-game interviews, highlights, recaps, Tons and tons of great action photos of your favorite teams during their games. Everything you could possibly want to find out about this tournament and everything else about international basketball. Following us in social media. Puerto Rico and Chile tip off at 3:15 local time, 5:15 Eastern time. The winner of that game and this game once again play for 5th place. And then at 6:30, the big one here that everybody locally has been waiting for, Cuba and Canada. The winner of that game wins 1st place in Group A. Then at 8:45, Argentina and Brazil, the winner of that game, wins 1st place in Group B. Now a nice drive by Blanco, strong to the glass with the right hand.
And Mora looks at her coach and says, okay, this is my fault. She really did not slide to stop that right-hand drive at all.
9-7 in favor of Ecuador. Now a turnover. Marquez into the front court, handing it to Silva. And she zipped that pass cross court. Nice drive and a pretty layup there by Ortega. And that right arm on that long chest pass did not seem to bother Silva.
You see Venezuela putting a little bit of pressure just to slow down Ecuador. 2-1 half court.
Mora handing it to Pazmiño. 7 to shoot now. Salcedo spinning, working on Ortega. The bump. Layup won't go. Rebound Venezuela.
And you can have a look at the matchup here between Silva and Noblesila. How she doesn't leave, and they switch on every screen. They do not want to leave Silva alone at all. They're staying on her. And that creates a turnover. Good defense from Ecuador.
Noblesila running out. Marquez tried to get back to challenge the layup. Did well there not to foul. But Noblesila with the acrobatic scoop layup, and Ecuador leads 11-9.
And these two women on the screen. Noblesila right here. And Pazmiño guarding Silva, which leads to this turnover. And a made layup. That defense between Noblesila and Pazmiño on Silva is absolutely outstanding.
Blanco, top of the key, working her way in on Mora. Tough shot inside, and it goes by Yosimar Corrales. And she'll go to the free throw line. Foul's going to be on Noblesila, her first.
You see Mora really trying to stop the defense. She did a better job this time, but no rotation, at least not fast enough from Noblesila on the weak side to drop down on that pass.
Corrales completes the three-point play, and Venezuela has a 1-point lead, 12-11, inside of 2 minutes to play. First quarter. Poked out of bounds. Stays with Ecuador. See the FIBA mascot JJ there. Getting all the kids riled up. 3 on the way. Just a bit short. Blanco the rebound.
We'll have a look again of that tough defense between Noblesila and Silva. Ecuador playing really well on defense, denying the ball.
Silva holding that arm again.
Yeah, she got fouled by Noblesila. Her second foul of the game. Almost a steal here. Tough defense. And it was judged just on extending that left arm on Silva that Noblesila got called for the foul. We'll see a better replay here. See, she extended that left arm and gets cut.
And it just seems like that may be one of those injuries that it hurts. And as long as you can deal with it hurting, you can use it, and it's not going to get any worse.
Handling the pain is very important, something that Silva has been doing well so far, though she's been held scoreless until now.
Venezuela, the 2-point lead, minute 10 to play, first quarter. Baseline jumper Salcedo, a little too strong, rebound Blanco. Silva out on the run. She circles it back around, waits for the troops to arrive. Finds Garcia. And the foul from behind on Preciado.
And that will be 2 shots for Garcia. Garcia, who was born in Caracas, moved to Spain when she was a baby, but goes back and plays for our country. You see here the left arm over top of Garcia is how Preciado got called on the foul. One of the things I'm impressed by Ecuador so far is how they've been able to handle Silva and keeping her in check on transition defense. Silva likes to push the ball, but there's always somebody in her face right away stopping the ball. One of the things I've been impressed about Venezuela is everybody else is stepping up to score for them.
Yep.
Not just Silva, their best player.
And I wonder if that was something that was a focus after the game last night and this morning, saying, look, we're not going to be able to rely on Silva to get us 20 or 25 points. She'll give us as much as she can, but you guys have to step up.
There's no doubt that that's exactly what Venezuela needs to do to win the game.
And a block by Garcia. Up ahead, Blanco can't get it to go. Rebound Garcia, and she gets fouled.
Easy layup miss, but always continuing with second and third efforts.
There's the block from behind by Garcia.
And see, nobody here takes Silva right away. She sees the floor so well, she's able to lead that pass down the floor.
As this tournament wears on, you see Garcia with that kinetic tape on the left shoulder. Silva's got it. More and more players as they get more and more beat up and tired and sore and achy throughout the week.
There's no doubt that it is a grind, and you can be assured that the reason Silva is on the floor right now, playing for a team, is because she wants to get a chance to continue her Olympic dream.
And now Eduardo Pinto wants to take time out. We're glad you can be with us wherever you're tuned in from, around Canada or around North America or around the world for that matter, on livebasketball.tv. TSN Canada carrying the games this week as well. We've gotten social media feedback from all over. Everybody's watching the games in all sorts of different countries, and this has been really a fantastic product this week. Good basketball, competitive games. There have been a couple of routes, but a lot of compelling stories. First-class operation. And the crew from TSN doing the production on the games has been outstanding, bringing you fantastic pictures and graphics and statistics. Excellent camera angles. We've seen a lot of great shots of people's feet on the lines for three-pointers and stepping out of bounds. A lot of great camera work. It's been a great week of basketball in every aspect here in Edmonton.
There's 11.4 seconds before the end of this first quarter. Ecuador with a chance to make a last basket.
Three-pointer rattles in and out. And Marquez from three-quarters court. Her shot is not close. So at the end of one, it's Venezuela 15, Ecuador 11. Rosalie Silva played the entire first quarter. We will continue to watch her, but at the end of one, it's Venezuela 15, Ecuador 11. Welcome back to the Saville Community Sports Center in Edmonton. After one period of play, it's Venezuela 15, Ecuador 11. Rosalie Silva, with that right tricep injury, played the entire first quarter, and she's out there at the start of the second. And I know she's really not in the mix for the tournament's MVP, but I think if Venezuela wins this game and manages to make 5th place and make the Olympic qualifier, I think you have to have some conversation about the impact that she's had.
She's been tremendous for a team, very dynamic. One thing for sure, I think every coach out here would like to have her as their point guard.
There's some outstanding point guards in this tournament. I've been really, really impressed.
I couldn't agree more with you. Every team has an outstanding point guard.
Talk about Langlois and Greder and Silva.
Casanova.
Noble Sill is very good. Casanova. Garcia from the corner rattles out. Barahona into the game now for Ecuador. 3-2 zone by Venezuela. Outside jumper won't go. Rebound Silva. Pass into the corner to Marquez. 3 on the way, short. Noble Silla into the corner, and now a 3 on the way from Ecuador. Caicedo fighting for the rebound. Lasso for 3. Venezuela, since making the first 3-pointer on their first shot of the game, has missed 6 straight.
And Ecuador is doing what they need to do better, which is attacking the offensive board. Look at this defense out here. Well, Noble Silla has been playing so well defensively. One of the top point guards of the tournament. She plays for Bishop's University in Canada during the year, and in the summer plays professional for the current national champions in Ecuador, Ute.
5 to shoot. Corrales puts it up. It won't go, but she'll go to the free throw line. Kind of a crafty move there by Corrales to draw the contact and put it up.
Well, Corrales can do that really well, and she was the highest scorer in their game against the Virgin Islands. Just a little bit stepping away, but just enough to.
Well, she felt the contact and put it up. Ecuador has missed 7 straight field goal attempts.
We talked about their weakness earlier, is trying to find scorers. Ecuador only averages 54 points a game. This is not going to be enough to make them win. They must find a way to score the ball.
Corrales can't get the second free throw to go, but it's a 5-point lead for Venezuela. And now a steal in the corner, but it goes out of bounds. Ecuador gets it back. I think Corrales has been tremendous off the bench this entire tournament for Venezuela.
Corrales can do about everything offensively. Wow, what a three-point shot off the bench. That's what Ecuador needs to stay in the game and win. Shoot the ball more, attack the boards, get more steals and more transition offense baskets.
So Ecuador back to within 2, and a nice feed underneath from Blanco to Garcia. Shot wouldn't go, but she gets her own follow. We talked about Corrales a moment ago. Off the bench, she's averaging 11 points and 5.3 rebounds per game.
A very, very nice high-low move. And again, a pass from Barahona. She made a 3. She gets an assist. Well, Coach Pinto must be really happy. He might have found a solution to his offense.
Silva from long range. Preciado had the rebound, but she was standing out of bounds when she caught it.
Look at this nice high-low. She sees the ball. Perfect pass.
Yeah, you can't.
For the bucket from Preciado,
You can't lob that in there any better.
No, that's tremendous.
Garcia tied up, and a travel called.
There wasn't quite a jump ball situation. She just traveled on that one.
Barahona. Over to Lasso. Into the corner now. Kick out to Novosilla. 8 to shoot. The floater. She rings that in.
Oh, that's beautiful. Over 6'2" Garcia.
Making a lot of noise in here with those thunder sticks. I'm sure the parents are hoping that those all pop before they get home. Now Silva on the drive, kicks it out to Garcia. Yes!
Garcia can really hit that shot. In fact, she's a better 15-foot shooter than she is on finishing close to the basket. People need to keep a hand on her on those 15-foot shots.
6 minutes to play in the half. Lasso for 3. Brings out. Silva controls the rebound. Venezuela up by 2. Now a quick 3. Garcia fighting for the rebound. Goes out of bounds off of Preciado.
Preciado trying to argue a little bit. Garcia's holding me back, though. Garcia tends to do this on every rebound.
Silva getting the play set up. 7 to shoot. Behind the back dribble. Lobs it inside, and now a foul called. As Blanco made the move toward the bucket, trying to catch the pass. I believe they're going to get Barahona. They are. That's her first.
You see, holding Blanco completely.
Yeah.
A good call. That was not on the shot. 14 on the clock. Baseline out of bounds.
Now Silva and Novosilla battling. Foul's going to be on Novosilla.
And that's a bad news for Ecuador because she's been doing so well, and that's her 3rd personal foul. Is Coach Pinto going to leave her? No, she makes a sign with her fingers. I know I've got 3. Leave me on the floor. The very gutsy.
And if you're Silva, you go right after it. Nice screen by Blanco. And Blanco finishes. Blanco picks off Novosila, then rolls toward the bucket and gets the follow.
Blanco definitely the best finisher in the post for Venezuela.
Barahona over to Novosila for three. Boy, and that couldn't have felt good for Silva. She jumped up with that right arm and tipped the ball back. Started to think of some of the guttier sports performances that I've seen with injuries, especially to the arm.
Well, that's unfortunate. That was from her 3-on-2, and Blanco seems injured. She cannot run the floor on that last transition defense. Couldn't get there.
Now the short jumper won't go by Garcia. Novosila loses the handle. I beg your pardon. That was Lasso. There's Novosila. Preciado the jumper. Rebound inside to Corrales. Coming up on 4 minutes to play. Thinking, of course, of an American football, Emmitt Smith playing, I believe it was the NFC Championship game against the New York Giants with a separated shoulder and ran for over 200 yards.
I find Novosila very aggressive on defense, and every time she tries to go on Silva for the steal, the reach, and she's got 3 personal fouls in that second quarter.
We're going to have a look here at what happened to Silva in case you missed it yesterday. She got tied up with Gonzalez under the hoop, and she came down and was in immediate pain. Thought it might have been a dislocated shoulder, possibly a torn tricep. Wasn't sure what it was. She was taken out on the wheelchair. You could hear her audibly sobbing on the court. But there she is, gutting it out today. Got the kinetic tape on. Maybe Michael Jordan-esque for the flu game. Willis Reed coming out for the Knicks. 1971.
Well, there's no doubt that she's in pain. She's been holding that arm. She wants her team to win, and without her, the chances of Venezuela to beat Ecuador would have been greatly diminished. So she's on the floor, keeping her team ahead 22-18.
How about another great shout out for our production crew in the truck, Dave and the rest of the gang, having that injury to Silva ready to go. It is such a storyline today. And if you missed the game yesterday, got a chance to see what happened. Now the drive by Corrales, the floater won't go from the baseline. Ball ping-ponging around. Mora comes out of there with it and gets it to Pazmiño.
Good to see Mora and Pazmiño both back in the game, because they're the 2 girls that have been scoring for Ecuador throughout the tournament.
Yeah, and Mora doesn't seem like she's 100% either. Pazmiño's 3-pointer won't go. Rebound Garate. Oh, and a beautiful stutter step move by Silva. Help her up with the left hand. Don't pull on that right arm.
Bad decision. Nice move, hesitation.
Yeah, she had
going
Pazmiño
right
on skates. Now Silva wiping some perspiration off of her face, and she's shaking that right hand, and I don't know if she's got some numbness or tingling in there. Definitely one of the guttier performances I've seen in any sport at any level.
And for having watched her all through Pan American Games, And the last 3 games before this, I have never seen her in pain. She plays hard, falls on the floor, and you can be assured that this is a serious injury that brings a lot of pain to Silva.
And she has staked her team to a 6-point lead.
Oh!
But now, Barahona answers again with another 3.
Barahona is the story of the game for Ecuador right now. 1 assist, 2 threes, 2 for 2.
Silva the drive and the pass. Blanco, beg your pardon, Garate could not finish. And now Marquez comes away with the ball in the corner. Silva for 3, that won't go.
The coach is telling her, listen, pass the ball. You're not your best right now, make your teammates better. But I don't think she listened to him. She just kept playing. And
now a beautiful drive by Caicedo. That wouldn't fall. Marquez trying to get around Lasso. Beautiful pass underneath to Garcia.
Oh, what a
Her shot blocked by Mora, but Garcia finishes. Inside of 2 minutes to play, Venezuela a 5-point lead, 26-21. Mora guarded by Garcia, stolen by Marquez. Can't get the layup, but she's there for her own putback.
And you know, Mora should have continued to run on that play after she created a turnover. She completely stopped. If she had run, she could have gotten that rebound.
At least Pazmiño got back and tried to challenge, but now a 7-point lead for Venezuela. And Ecuador wants timeout. Venezuela shooting 45% from the floor, 9 of 20, just 1 of 11 from beyond the arc, 7 of 12 from the free throw line. Ecuador 33%, 5 of 15 from 2-point range, 3 of 10 from threes, 2 of 3 from the free throw line. Ecuador does not have 1 offensive rebound in this game. 6 offensive rebounds for Venezuela, 23 overall.
Penetración y la que viene aquí pasa por detrás a buscar la bola, vuelve a pasar por detrás a buscar la bola, vienen las grandes. No me importa si son las grandes porque las grandes no llegan al movimiento, entonces se le pueden ir directo. Donde veamos la penetración la vamos a tomar completa.
Well, partner, I'll let you use some of your language skills there.
Yes.
What was Oscar Silva saying?
Well, he's saying, listen, we got to attack and drive. He says, don't worry about the big girls because right now, the big girl on the floor cannot move. And, you know, he's right. Mora's been limited. We've seen her knee. And Eduardo Pinto left her on the bench, actually. So we're telling them, hey, don't worry about them. Attack them.
Caicedo, 10 to shoot. Around the screen. Now a 3 on the way. That's off. Rebound, though. Nicely taken out of there by Barahona. Lasso. Salcedo. Over on the right side. To Pazmiño. Just about throws it away. And Ecuador paying no attention to the shot clock.
A great offensive rebound, but a reminder that the clock does not reset to 24. It does only reset to 14 as of a year ago.
Flor Chum into the game for Doris Lasso. Marquez handling the point now. Morales. Garcia. Marquez pulls up from just inside the left elbow. No, rebound Salcedo. 40 seconds to play in the half. Chum. Left side to Caicedo. 10 to shoot. Shoots the 3 over Garcia. That's no good. Marquez the rebound. They can just about run the half out here. About a second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Marquez. Assume she's going to call for the screen in the ISO. Oh, and a foul called.
Oh, and that will send with 2 seconds on the clock. On the shot clock, 3 seconds in the quarter. Fortune gets called a foul, and
it's actually on Barahona.
Is it on Barahona? Oh yes, that same
she
hug
was,
that
yep.
she had on Blanco earlier. That sets Blanco on the line for 2 free throws.
Blanco misses the first. She can give her team an 8-point lead headed into the locker room. That one's short. Garcia tips the rebound. Garcia won't go at the buzzer. But at the end of 2, it's Venezuela 28, Ecuador 21, and a gutty performance in the first half by Rosalie Silva. As we look at the statistics at halftime, Silva with only 3 points, but she's got 4 rebounds and 2 assists. Leading scorer for Venezuela is Garcia with 8. Corrales has 5 rebounds for Venezuela. Venezuela 10 of 30 from the floor for 33%. 1 of 9 from beyond the arc for 11%. 7 of 13 from the free throw line. Ecuador, meanwhile, 8 of 27 from the floor for 30%. Just 3 of 12 from three-point range. 25%, 2 of 3 from the free throw line. Venezuela out rebounding Ecuador 22-16. Just 1 offensive rebound for Ecuador. Their leading scorer, Maria Mora, with 5. Caicedo has 4 rebounds for Ecuador. And Nobosilla has 3 assists. Well, Chantal, after 1 half, I don't know if you can say that Silva has had a huge impact on the game. I think maybe more of an emotional lift for her team than anything.
And that's very important at this stage of the tournament. The confidence of Venezuela would have been incredibly shaken if Silva was not in the lineup. That makes a difference. But Ecuador has to score the ball. They have to maybe crash the boards a little bit more. Continue to go inside. The high-low was effective. They've got to make some threes. They got to find a way to score because 21 point and a half is just not enough to hope to win a game.
28-21 Venezuela at halftime. We're back with the second half from Edmonton. This is the FIBA Americas 2015 Women's Championships.
JJ, now it's time to determine which team is the winner. So we'll get both teams out to the center court area, and it's going to be determined by a vote from the fans. So we'll get one team on either side of JJ, get one team on either side. There we go. Okay, so we need the fans to make some noise on who they think was the winning team. Okay, how about team number one? Who thinks team number one? How about team number two? What do we got planned, JJ? From there, half-court shot. Oh, at the distance. JJ, I think we need to show them how it's done. Are you going to show them how it's done, JJ? Well, the one over there first. Okay, so they've got their contestant for the half-court shot. Make some noise. Half-court shot, here it goes. Who thinks he's going to make it? Oh, give it a good try. Good try. Okay, who's next? JJ? Who wants to see JJ try? Wait, JJ, you're facing the wrong way. Let's start the clock. Ready? Make some noise for him. It's close. We need to get louder. I think we need to get louder. That's the problem. JJ needs a lot of energy. All right, we want to see one. Oh, it was close. One more, third time's a charm, right? Yes, a bit outside on that one. Are we going to let someone else go, Jake? Oh, JJ is determined. He's brave. Either that or he's Tebow, Tip Tebow, like one of the two. You got the hoops around you, JJ. Okay, big round of applause for everybody, all the kids competing here on the courts. JJ determined to make that shot before the end of the tournament.
Welcome back to the Saville Community Sports Center on the campus of University of Alberta in Edmonton. Fifth and final day of preliminary round competition at the 2015 FIBA Americas Championships for women. First game of the day, Venezuela leading Ecuador 28-21 at halftime. And the story of the first half was Rosalie Silva. She only scored 3 points, but the fact that she's out there at all after having sustained that injury last night is remarkable. And the emotional lift that she's giving her team, as well as functionally the ball handling and the presence on the floor, is really stabilizing Venezuela. Defensively, Venezuela has only given up 11 points and 10 points in the first and second quarters, respectively. Chantal Vallée, what does Ecuador have to do to get back ahead in this one?
Well, right now, Ecuador's best scorer is coming off the bench, Barahona. She's had quite an outstanding first half. 2 for 4, the 3, a great assist on the high-low. But she cannot be the only solution. Other people and players need to step up from Ecuador. They cannot win games scoring only 21 points. However, their defense on Venezuela has been very close to outstanding. They're guarding Silva so well, but Noblecila is in foul trouble with 3, and she is starting that second half.
Speaking of starting the second half, Silva is starting the second half on the bench. See that she's got her warm-up over her right arm.
It might be one of these cases that if they can do it without her, they'll keep pushing.
Yeah,
but
keep her out of there as long as she can. Maybe she's got a heat compress under there, trying to loosen it up some more. See the coach put the towel over it on top of the warm-up, so we will continue to monitor that. Salcedo, the quick 3. Rebound, Corrales. Glad you can be with us wherever you're tuned in from, around Canada, around North America, or around the world. We invite you to connect with us on social media. We're on Twitter and Instagram at FIBA. Also find us on Facebook. Get all the great interviews, recaps, pictures, highlights, all the great stories on all your favorite teams. And if you want to interact with my partner Chantal Vallée on Twitter, she's at Coach Vallée. Maybe ask her a question. She'll see if she can give you an answer.
absolutely, it'd be my pleasure. And right now, as we're talking about this, Noblecila got her 4th foul on that play. Not a good sign for Ecuador. She's still on the floor. Okay, why not at this point? They gotta maybe keep her on the floor and trying to see if they can win with her.
And that's your starting point guard right there. 4 fouls, less than a minute into the third quarter. Acrobatic move there by Caicedo, but it would not go. Now the close-in shot by Blanco. And Venezuela with a 9-point lead, 30-21. And if you're Venezuela, Chantal, do you attack Noblecila whenever you can?
Well, I think that if you're Venezuela, first and foremost, you are relieved that she is in foul trouble. And absolutely, that's why Duran tried to take her one-on-one. Why not try to get her out of the game? That would bring Ecuador in serious problems. See Duran attacking on Noblecila now, doing a good job not taking her 5th foul, but oof, picking up your 4th in the first 15 seconds of the second half is not a good thing.
And she's had very active hands this whole game. The roll goes in. Yosimar Corrales with the friendly shooter's roll. Venezuela now up 11.
If Corrales and Blanco can keep making those baskets, there'll be no need of Silva. Duran is doing a good job bringing the ball up right now.
Salcedo has her feet go out from under her, and it's a turnover. Ecuador now 3 of 14 from beyond the arc. Nice feed underneath to Blanco from Duran, but she couldn't do anything with it. She was a little too far underneath. Corrales for 3. That's good!
Oh, yes, Coach Pinto ran to the table, called a timeout as he saw this three-point shot falling in to the basket. This is a 7-0 run to start the half and a foul on Noblecita. It's not going well from Ecuador. Corrales attacking with a jump shot to make it 4-0 following an easy basket from Blanco, and right after that hitting that three out here. And you can see Coach Pinto looking, oh, it goes to the loop, and he calls a timeout on that one.
Definitely not the way that Eduardo Pinto wanted to start off this second half. Venezuela all of a sudden a 14-point lead, and they've done it without Rosalie Silva on the floor. If they can keep her off the floor for the rest of this one, I'm sure they would be thrilled. Save that arm for the 5th place game should they pull this one out against Ecuador. Talk about that 5th place game. That's coming up on Saturday at 1:15 local time, 3:15 Eastern time, between the winner of this game and the winner of our next game between Puerto Rico and Chile. You see the players from both Puerto Rico and Chile starting to filter into the bleachers to watch this one.
And this game is becoming a bit of a nightmare for Ecuador, who lost in the South American Championship by only 4 to Venezuela. That was the game that was deciding which of these two teams would be here today. Ecuador later on had another chance against Mexico and beat Mexico to earn the last spot at this FIBA America.
Caicedo from 19, that's short. Corrales the rebound. Now Lasso in there in place of Noblecita. Nice feed underneath the Garcia, and as you mentioned, she struggles from finishing from in close.
It was the same thing at Pan Am, and same thing last year in the South American Championship. She cannot really score close to basket. Unbelievable.
And
but a nice
steal
shot
by Caicedo. She can't finish. Pazmiño there pulls it out, and Lasso gets the offense reset. Salcedo, after the bump by Blanco, can't get it. Ecuador now 5 of 19 from 2-point range. Marquez can't hit the floater. Nice tap out to Blanco, though.
great strategy sometimes for shorter players that cannot go and grab the rebound to tip it on the sideline or towards the free throw line for their own players.
Garcia shot blocked by Mora. An offensive foul. Good placement by Duran. She hustled down on defense, got her feet set.
Well, the last two times Duran tried to draw a charge, she got called for the block. And here she's finally outside that no charge zone. I love the way she just puts her body right into the contact. Falls on the ground, not a problem. She says, I'm tough, I can do it.
Offensive foul was on Pazmiño. And she has a seat. Three from Marquez, air ball. Still 35-21 coming up on the 6-minute mark of the third quarter. And every second that ticks by with this lead and Silva on the bench, the better off that Venezuela will be.
Ecuador, who's played a individual defense all game, has not changed anything on that end, but that's not the problem. The problem is they haven't scored in almost 6 minutes if we count the end of the first half.
Marquez fouled as the shot clock was winding down. That's going to be on Salcedo.
Salcedo was out of control and they didn't close out in proper position to try to block the shot. She just went right at the ball.
Free throw falls in for Marquez. She's got 6, 3 team fouls already on Ecuador. None for Venezuela.
Craig, Ecuador struggles so much defensively. They have 14 fouls total every single quarter. They have brought Venezuela to shoot in bonus situation. 14 total compared to 4 fouls only on Venezuela.
And now Mora has it skip through her hands. And a timeout called by Eduardo Pinto. That's his second of this second half. He's only got 1 left. Venezuela leading by 16. We're back in Edmonton. This is the 2015 FIBA Americas Championships for women. A little bit of a sense of urgency for Ecuador right now, trailing 16 points with 5:12 to play in the third. Still a ton of basketball to be played, Chantal, but Ecuador really just seems out of sync, both offensively and defensively.
Yes, and that was a timely timeout for Coach Pinto, and basically just kind of trying to wake up his players, and they responded. Doris Lassos, now replacing Nublicida, the point guard, said, "Let's go, girls. This is an opportunity of a lifetime," and she's absolutely right. It's one opportunity they have. If they lose today, they are out of the tournament and no chance in continuing their Olympic dream.
Duran to Marquez. Tried to hit Blanco, but Blanco had her back turned and wasn't quite in position yet. Now a 3 on the way. Rebound Corrales. And if you're Venezuela, now with Noblecilla out, do you continue to try to attack, or do you maybe use the shot clock to its fullest every time?
No, you don't change your strategy at this point in time. What is working is working. Keep going. They are attacking. They shouldn't even pay attention on Ecuador's personnel at this point in time. And just keep doing what they've been doing. It's working really well.
Venueza on the right wing. Gets it up top. Caicedo. Around the screen from Mora. Takes it all the way. I think that was tipped on the way up, and then she hit the side of the rim. Mora. I beg your pardon, that's Duran. Guarded by Lasso. Spin move by Duran, gives it up underneath. Corrales couldn't finish, gets her own rebound. Back up, that won't go. Blanco couldn't track it down, and that was a golden opportunity for Venezuela to pad this lead.
And it was a terrific pass from Duran. I've never seen that in her arsenal.
Caicedo for 3. Garcia back taps it, but it goes out of bounds. So I believe that was Marquez on the back tap. 13 to shoot for Ecuador. Lasso. Now they feed Mora down low. She puts up the wild shot. It goes out of bounds off of Garcia. 5 to shoot. Garcia sits down. Daniela Wallen comes in. Salcedo on the drive, and she draws the foul.
And a foul on Venezuela with only 2 seconds left on the shot clock. Sometimes it's better to almost let the team see if they're going to make the layup. It's a tough layup. There's players. She's going to make a very tough layup here. Chances of success were slim.
And that's the 3rd foul on Wallen. First free throw by Salcedo is good. She hits the second, and it's 37-23. Now Barahona comes on for Caicedo.
I've liked Barahona so far. She's done so well for Ecuador. Let's see if she has the same spark. But Greg, first 2 points from Ecuador in this half.
Took almost 6.5 minutes. They still have not scored a field goal. I'll take that defense all day long.
Lasso is a great defender, and there's no doubt that she's faster than Duran. A good matchup for Ecuador.
Ecuador 8 of 38 from the floor, 21%, 3 of 16 from beyond the arc. Wallen has it poked away. Marquez tracks it back down. 5 to shoot, 3 on the way. Great positioning by Blanco to get a piece of it. Corrales can't get it. And that's going to be Ecuador ball. Venezuela, not much better. 32% from the floor. 2 of 10 from three-point range. Now Lasso with the take.
Their first field goal of the half comes from Doris Lasso.
Ecuador now 1 of 12 from the floor this quarter. Pretty spin move, won't go. Barahona. Boy, and I thought they were going to get a foul on Corrales. But a timeout called by Oscar Silva as Ecuador makes a run. They've pulled it within 10 as Venezuela has missed its last 9 field goals. Now, if you're Oscar Silva, on the other side of the coin, what are you telling your team in this huddle?
Well, that's continuing to attack the offensive board. I mean, Blanco, Garcia, they've done such a good job doing that. Corrales, and that's an advantage that they have over Ecuador. Calming the players a little bit. They just got to keep doing what they are doing, which is passing the ball around. Duran is doing a good job at the point. Many different players are scoring. Listen, Ecuador went on a 6-0 run. Basketball is a game of runs. It's going to happen sometimes. They're still in control of the game. Venezuela should not worry about it. And Ecuador should continue to attack if they want to bridge that gap.
37-27. Venezuela trying to fight their way back into this one and keep their Olympic dream alive. As we say, the winner of this one takes on the winner of the next game, Puerto Rico and Chile, for 5th place. And the winner of that game goes to the Olympic qualifying tournament.
Now Ecuador is in full court pressure. A good tactical change from Coach Pinto. You see they're going to try to double Duran from behind. That's successful.
Nice presence of mind by Duran to get it back to Marquez after she went to the floor. And Venezuela into their offense with 8 to shoot. Duran leaves it underneath for Blanco. Soft hands on the pass from Duran, just enough touch to get it in there, and soft hands by Blanco to lay it in. Lasso, checked by Duran. Here comes the screen from Mora. Mora now guarded by Duran. Size advantage there, and Mora takes advantage of it.
A great post up from Mora, and good focus to turn around and make that basket.
41-30. Marquez to Duran. Oh, and she runs smack into Mora. Both players hit the court, no call. Salcedo at the other end hits the layup.
Ecuador trying to continue in full court pressure. We see here the trap. It's been a great change of energy and tactic for Ecuador.
And the pass from Duran swatted out of bounds.
How active is Salcedo right now? We'll have a look here at the collision. Duran did not expect Mora to be in good position. And if a foul could have been called there, Mora was in great position.
So the lead down to 8 inside of a minute. Three-pointer as the shot clock expires, comes up short. And it's Ecuador ball. All of a sudden, Ecuador has come to life. Mora the pretty move, but it won't go. Garcia the rebound. She did everything right there, but
that was such a nice move from Mora and quick.
Marquez for 2. Rebound fought for and won by Ecuador. About 2 seconds difference between the shot clock and the game clock, and Ecuador throws it away there. 14 left. Inside to Blanco. She's hit in the air. That's going to be on the lasso. And Blanco will go to the free throw line with exactly 10 seconds to play in the third quarter.
And Lasso just committed this turnover earlier. She's a great player, not to be overly critical, but sometimes when you know that you have, as we see the foul on Blanco from Lasso, she was still in the backcourt. She would have had the chance to settle her team for one more possession as she caught the ball with just a little under 24 seconds to go. But that turnover, yeah.
Blanco was no good. She hits the second, and Silva back on for this final 10 seconds of the third quarter. Lasso, 5. To Mora, back to Lasso, into the corner, 3 on the way, Barahona. Yes!
Wow!
Barahona with her third three-pointer of the game gets Ecuador to within 6 at the end of the third quarter, 40-34. We're back in a minute from Edmonton. You do not want to miss this fourth quarter from the Saville Community Sports Center. Welcome back to the Saville Community Sports Center in Edmonton, where Ecuador has pulled back to within 6 of Venezuela. They outscored Venezuela 13-12 in that third quarter. Ecuador 5 of 18 from the floor in that quarter. They outscored Venezuela 13-3 over the last 5:42 of that third quarter. And just like that, Ecuador back in it.
The change of defense after Pinto's second timeout was so effective. Ecuador changed their energy. And that last second shot by Barahona, she's impressed me so much in this game. She's Ecuador's highest scorer, and I'm very happy to still see her on the floor.
Venezuela has led by as many as 16. They led at halftime by 7. So Ecuador, for as exciting as the end of that third quarter was, they made up 1 point. And I think if you're Venezuela, you kind of have to keep that in mind. It feels like everything's going Ecuador's way, but really, they only got 1 point closer after that quarter. Corrales' shot, no good. Noble-Silla still on the bench for Ecuador. Salcedo in close. And Garcia commits the foul.
Salcedo has been the most active player for Ecuador. She's been crashing the boards on offense, attacking, stealing ball as well on defense, being everywhere on the players. And look at that drive here. She comes around, draws a foul on Garcia, shoulder into the body.
Salcedo at the free throw line. Captain misses the first. She's averaging 8.7 points and 5 rebounds a game in this tournament. Misses them both. Rebound tracked down by Marquez. Silva came on for the last 10 seconds of the third quarter. And she's back in there now. Corrales lost the handle. And it's Ecuador ball. 2-on-1. Marquez back. Barahona into the corner. Nice defense and a blocked shot by Garcia. Good job by Venezuela to get back on that fast break. Long pass out to Corrales. Now Marquez for 3. Blanco the rebound. She's bottled up and loses it. Kick out to Lasso for 3. Yes!
Wow, what a shot. And both attacking on transition in 5-on-5. This is how Ecuador is coming back in this game.
40-37 in favor of Venezuela. The three-pointer by Lasso cuts the lead to 3. Now Venezuela seems a little discombobulated. Marquez tried to force the pass inside to Blanco, and a shot clock violation.
A complete change in energy and momentum since that timeout in the third quarter. Look at that shot. Lasso was waiting, focused.
Wallen and Ortega back on for Venezuela. Silva guarding Lasso. 8 minutes to play. Salcedo around the screen by Mora. Gets it back in the corner. 1 to shoot. Hits the backboard and the glass, or rather the rim. Great rebound in there by Lasso. Got it to Mora. She could not finish the deal, though. Silva. Out to Wallen. She loses the handle. Blanco finds it. Goes glass. No. Rebound Ecuador.
Ecuador's fighting so much better at the rebound, defensively and offensively.
Barahona misses that 3. Silva bumped from behind by Vinuesa. Let's see who they call the foul on.
I think that will be Salcedo's 4th. Right
It is
here.
on Salcedo indeed. That's her 3rd.
Her 3rd, yes. Good news for Ecuador.
So Noble-Silla back on now with 7:10 to play and those 4 fouls. Marquez Long two won't go. Rebound Polanco. First time we've seen her in this game. Silva bumped by Lasso out to Polanco. Marquez for three. Yes!
Oh, that's a dagger.
Marquez now with 10. Puts Venezuela back up by 6.
A three-point shot was Venezuela's first field goal of the fourth quarter at 6 minutes 52.
Salcedo for three. She can't get it. Silva tracks down the rebound. Silva guarded by Noble-Silla. Noble-Silla giving her the baseline. Over to Polanco. Now Marquez on the drive. And Lasso called for the bump. That will be her second foul. .14 to shoot. Silva for three. I think they're going to get Polanco on the foul.
Yeah, Mora had good position defensively.
It's the first foul on Cynthia Polanco.
Look at Mora's position, and whoop, the right hand over Mora's left shoulder created the foul.
Noble-Silla to Barahona. Barahona really has saved Ecuador in this one, keeping them close. Lasso around Ortega. She'll draw the foul.
Good decision for Lasso to attack. There was only 3 seconds left on the shot clock.
First foul on Ortega. It's the free throw, and it's a 5-point game, 43-38.
Ecuador shooting 57% of the free throw. They need every single one of them.
They got them both there.
Full court pressure still for Ecuador.
Nice job by Venezuela to get it up. Now Marquez on the attack. She draws the foul. She wanted that one to go, but she'll go to the free throw line. That foul on Salcedo, and that's her 5th.
That's too bad for Ecuador because she was their best warrior, meaning she was active on defense, rebounding, guarding. Everybody's so tight. Best on the press as well. A big loss for Ecuador.
So Marjorie Caicedo comes in to replace her. Marquez hits the free throw. Don't forget Noble-Silla still out there with those 4 fouls.
Salcedo finishes close to average, 8 points, 4 rebounds. Marquez plays her professional basketball in Ecuador, so she knows her opponents really well.
Both free throws good by Marquez, and it's back to a 6-point lead, 45-39. Noble-Silla into the front court. Mora, guarded by Polanco. Back to Noble-Silla, 10 to shoot. Lasso. Caicedo skips into the lane, and a foul called. It's going to be on Polanco.
Polanco is not particularly quick on her feet, so attacking inside when Blanco is out, when Corrales is out. Excellent strategy from Ecuador, and they should do this every time down the floor, as fast as they can. they will draw fouls.
I think Polanco is in there just to eat up some minutes to spell Blanco. Maybe make Ecuador make 2 shots to get 2 points. Marquez with 5 minutes to play. Her defender falls down. Tries to get it to Polanco underneath, but poked out of bounds by Barahona with 5 to shoot.
And good defense by Ecuador, as we've noticed that Silva hasn't brought the ball up. She's on the floor, but she's staying on the side. Marquez is doing the duty of playmaker.
Marquez for 3, that's good!
What an unbelievable shot from 32-year-old captain Marquez.
As the shot clock was winding down, Marquez hits the bomb. She's got 15 points, and Venezuela now with an 8-point lead, and Marquez with the steal under the bucket. Silva really struggling with that arm now. Wonder if she's just not out there as a decoy. Marquez for 3 again. Silva diving onto the floor. Are they going to call it a jump? They are.
Noblecila is asking for the foul. She felt look at these 2 women, and this is Silva, who is injured, hurt, playing, diving on the floor like that. Unbelievable. This is a dive for both of these women's Olympic dream to remain alive. This is what they're fighting for right now. Look at this assist from Silva to Marquez, coming out of the out of bounds to bring back the game. +8 for Venezuela. Silva was like, well, I can't shoot, but I can certainly pass the ball like a pro.
They're trying to keep that shoulder and tricep area warm, perhaps. On Silva. .446 to play, beg your pardon, 4:15 to play in the game. Ecuador has used its final timeout. Venezuela has 2 left. But what a game by Ivani Marquez, the 32-year-old captain from Carabobo. We'll get a good look at her there. With Silva ailing, she really has kind of taken the team on her back in this second half.
And that's why she was given the C, captain, leadership. Able to show quite a display of performance leadership today. By far her highest scoring in the tournament, 15 points, 7 rebounds, 4 steals, 1 assist. What a stat line. Look how active she has been. She's missed a lot, but she's been active.
She's made them when they've counted. Coming up on 4 minutes to play. Lasso kicks it out. Caicedo for 3. Polanco the big rebound. 8-point lead for Venezuela. Marquez around the screen. Can't score there. Silva is out of the game now.
What a pass for Marquez.
Barahona for 3. Follows her own shot, gets the rebound.
Well, very easy to see what Eduardo Pinto asked Ecuador to do in the timeout. Shoot the 3.
Barahona for 3 again. Bang!
And go to your best shooter of the night, if you can.
5-point game now, coming up on 3 minutes to play. 48-43 Venezuela. Marquez weaving her way around. Loses the handle. She could have grabbed it back, but she didn't see where the ball was. Then she fouls Caicedo. So now Caicedo is going to go to the free throw line. That's going to be the second foul on Marquez.
Calcedo was 1 for 2 earlier, but she must make both for her team right now. Wow, look at this player, number 10, Barahona. She averages 13 minutes a game. She's played more than 23 minutes so far. Ecuador's best scorer, 14 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal, 2 fouls. And Silva is going to try to settle things, settle things down.
Blanco back on, Corrales back on.
Good substitution from Coach Oscar Silva, bringing back his entire starting 5.
Barahona tips the rebound on the miss, and Ecuador retains possession, trailing by 4. Noblesila to Lasso. Back in the corner to Noblesila. She drives, gives it up to Mora. And the shot clock violation once again. We have a team not paying attention to the shot clock. 14 seconds on the reset. Marquez picks up her dribble, gives it to Corrales now. 10 to shoot. Corrales on the drive. A little hook, and that goes. Tough shot by Yosimar Corrales. Back to a 6-point lead. Corrales has 10.
That's what a starter should do when they come back in the game. Show why they are starting.
Noblesila driving on Marquez. Her shot won't go. Rebound taken by Marquez. Should mention again that Noblesila has played this entire 4th quarter when she came in, about 3 minutes in, with 4 fouls. Silva loses Lasso, pulls up, shot won't go. Rebound back tapped nicely. Marquez has it. Venezuela resets, 8 to shoot. Marquez, 5. Gives it up inside to Blanco, and Blanco travels. I guess the best thing you can say there is that Venezuela used a lot of time on that possession.
It did, and look at that shot from Corrales.
Well, that was a Kareem skyhook almost.
Yeah, a little fadeaway too.
1:15 to play. Venezuela up 6. Noblesila hitting Lasso on the cut. Silva blocks the shot.
That's a big block.
Now Venezuela can take a little time here.
Ecuador
10 to shoot.
Yeah, not fouling because there's still just a 2-possession game, but if they're gonna foul, maybe not on the shot, maybe before.
So that foul on Lasso, her 3rd. Here you see the block by Silva.
2 hands on the ball. And Lasso doing her best, trying to attack.
Well, that was not a shooting foul,
Oh,
so she got her before the shot.
Very good.
Inside of a minute, well inside of a minute, 45 to play. Blanco goes to the glass and in.
Look at a smile on Blanco. She's just made it a 3-possession game, almost impossible for Ecuador. But Mora stuck behind. Blanco is just too good of a post player. She's able to turn around and make the basket.
52-44, 53-44, a 9-point lead with 45.5 to play. A solid 3-possession game now, and Venezuela looking good. Ecuador will have to foul.
Ecuador has no more timeout, and look what Coach Silva did. He took out the other Silva out of the game. He feels pretty confident at this point in time.
Noblesila on the drive, cut off by Duran.
Those will be Noblesila's first free throw of the day.
Third foul on Duran. Well, Silva's back in now.
71% free throw shooter in the tournament. She's 5 for 7.
It's the first.
And Silva back in the game. A defense, offense substitution. She'll lead her team on offense and try to rest her on defense so she doesn't aggravate this injury.
Novosila's second free throw. 53-46. Silva trapped in the backcourt, gets it up ahead, and now fouled by Mora. So Silva will go to the free throw line with 32.8 to play.
And Ecuador fouled the 80% free throw shooter.
Well, the 80% free throw shooter with a bad wing. Couldn't tell there.
It looks pretty smooth.
Silva makes it 9. 55-46, 32.8 to play. Novosila on the attack, scores the floater.
She has such a nice floater, runner. One of the best we've seen in the tournament.
I think Ecuador now just gonna let it go.
Yeah, they decided not to foul and let the game go. 6 seconds to go in the game.
What a gutty performance by Rosalie Silva. And Venezuela, they trailed early. Then came back and held off a furious charge from Ecuador to win 55-48. What an unbelievable game. What a tremendous performance, not only by Silva, but by Ivani Marquez as well. It was really, truly a team effort by Venezuela. As we look at some of the team stats here, Venezuela 14 of 42 from two-point range for 33%, 4 of 16 from beyond the arc for 25. They were 15 of 23 from the free throw line, 65%. Ecuador 10 of 32 from the free throw, or rather from two-point range, 6 of 25 from 3 for 24%, 10 of 15 from the free throw line. Rebounding advantage heavily in favor of Venezuela, 47-28. Ecuador with only 6 offensive rebounds in the contest. Ecuador committing twice as many fouls, 22-11. Venezuela had more turnovers, 17-13. Points in the paint even at 18. Bench points just about even. Ecuador with a 2-point advantage. Let's look at the leading scorers in this one. For Venezuela, Ivani Marquez, she played all 40 minutes in this game. 15 points, 9 rebounds. She had 4 steals as well. Clara Blanco had 12 points and 8 rebounds. Yosimar Corrales, 11 points, 11 rebounds. Ana Garcia, 8 points. So this was truly a team effort. Silva had 5 points, and get this, with the bad arm, 9 rebounds. How about that? Ecuador, meanwhile,